Well, good morning, Cornerstone. It is good to be here. A couple neat things about this morning. One is CJ and I are back. Last week we had the ladies, which was wonderful.
What a whirlwind.
They are way better at this than we are, that is for sure. So I'm sure viewership was sky high for them. So bear with us for this one. So we're back, and then also we're going to be able to bring in Kristi and Nate Traxler via video, and so we'll be interviewing them. And then also we have an update from the Ammeter Pregnancy Help Center. They actually changed their name, so we'll go over that too. And then also the Ammeter InterFaith Food Bank. So with that, let's get going. I want to start with the updates here. First one is the InterFaith Food Bank. Our church specifically in 2019 donated 341 pounds of food. So thank you everybody that participated in that.
Substantial.
Yeah. I didn't know it'd be that much. Maybe we just turned in really heavy things.
Maybe.
All right. Then as far as an update in 2019, in the year of 2019, the Ammeter County Interfaith Food Bank gave out over 1 million pounds of food. That is a lot of food. They gave to 5,429 individuals. That's 2,209 families that were assisted by this program. So that is pretty neat as far as people having needs, and if those are real needs, and they're being met to the best of their ability. So that's pretty neat. They're actually serving, it says here, 14% of Amador County.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so there's definitely a need for this food bank, and they're doing that. And how do they get that done? They get that done with 12,300 volunteer hours. So that's over 12,000 hours that were volunteered by community members to make this process happen. Which brings me to a note that if you wanted to participate in volunteering with the Ammeter County Food Bank, they are always looking for volunteers to help out. So give them a call, reach out to them. I'm sure they'd be more than happy to be able to put you to work. Anyways, there's an Interfaith Food Bank for Ammeter County. The other one we've called the Ammeter County Pregnancy Help Center. They've actually changed their name now. Their name is the Ammeter Pregnancy and Family Resource Center. So I actually like that name a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like what they're doing there. So a couple things with them. They have met with several families in our community helping out. They've also given out over 5,000 diapers. They've given 5,400 diapers into the community for people that have those needs. So if you're looking at donating and giving to the Ammeter Pregnancy and Family Resource Center, they're looking for diapers. The sizes that they need are 3, 4, 5, and 6. Those are the sizes if you were to try to help. That would be most helpful for them. And then also packages of diaper wipes. So that's kind of what they're looking for. Now, one special note that I thought was interesting, if everybody's going and giving diapers and wipes and the stack's piling up, and that's great, they have storage issues. So what they've asked is that if you're willing, you could do Walmart gift cards, so that then when they have the needs, when the diaper supply goes down or the wipe supply goes down or the baby clothes supply goes down, they can go and use those gift cards and then buy the things that they need versus having to store them indefinitely until they're utilized. So anyways, if you're wanting to help out there, you can get Walmart gift cards so that they can buy the diapers and wipes when they need them. Or if you just want to drop off a tangible donation, they're looking for diapers, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and packages of diaper wipes. And remember, their name has changed to the Ammeter Pregnancy and Family Resource Center. So both of those ministries our church supports directly, financially, and with volunteers. And so it is just neat. We get a letter every now and again just saying, hey, this is what we've been doing, and this is what we have done. And so it's kind of neat. I just want to update everybody as we as a church press forward in those two ministries also, that we know what's going on. So hopefully that's encouraging. All right, so then we're going to get Nate and Kristi on the phone now, and then CJ's going to give an update on something cool he's doing. Saw a need, and he went ahead and is trying to fulfill that need. So let's see if we can get Kristi and Nate on the phone here, and hopefully all the technology comes together. All right, hey, Nate and Kristi, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Hi, Bryan.
Hey, how you guys doing?
We're doing pretty good.
Right on.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Good. Well, thanks for doing this.
You're welcome. It was kind of weird, but it's nice. We're sitting outside here, hoping that we could capture a little bit of the outdoors instead of. I know lots of people are sitting at home inside, so.
Yeah. Well, hey, I hear a rumor that you might be doing some bee stuff today. Is that true?
Yeah, I keep bees, and so I know CJ was interested in sending me a bunch of pictures and asking me about some stuff. So I think he's gonna come over. We're gonna put him in a bee suit. Maybe we might have to get some video footage of that.
Yeah, maybe we'll throw that in here in the update. All right. Well, hey, just take a moment and introduce yourself, and then in the midst of that, tell us one unique thing that the majority of us don't know, because part of the idea of bringing people into these midweek updates, there's two reasons. One is I'm sure people are getting sick of me, and secondly, taking an opportunity for people to get to know the others who they kind of see around the church involved in things, getting to know them a little bit better. So just introduce yourself, and then one thing that you that's unique about yourself that maybe others don't know.
All right. Well, to start off, I'm not getting sick of you.
No, thank you.
But I'm Nate Traxler. Been going to Cornerstone for, as best we can tell, about 8 years. We didn't mark our calendar. And I currently help out with worship on Sunday mornings when we do meet. And when we get back together, I hope to pick that back up. Something interesting about myself, I'm an avid spear fisherman when I live near the coast. I don't live near the coast now, so I haven't done that. But before I moved here, it was actually a kind of a big deal that Kristi and I had to talk about moving up to Northern California. I used to spearfish in the kelp beds around Santa Barbara. I'd do it on the way home from work. I did it for years. I've spearfished every one of the Channel Islands except San Nicolas Island. I've been to Mexico probably over 50 times. Something that was a huge part of my life when I was younger, and something I just don't do anymore. So I guess that's something.
Yeah, that I didn't even know that. I knew you liked the spearfish, but I didn't know how into it you were and how avid of a spear fisherman you were.
After work on the way home?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it would take more setup than that.
It's just a spear.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, no, I can attest. Yes.
Yeah, I used to just hit the local beaches in Santa Barbara, swim out past the surfers, get like a 10 to 30 pound white sea bass, come out of the water, and all the moms at the beach with their kids were like, "You got that out there? Get out of the water!"
Nice.
And I'm Kristi Traxler, and like we said, we've been going to church here for about 8 years, and I'm involved in at least 3 different ministries at our church at the moment. I lead a women's Bible study on Thursday mornings, and normally we meet at the church on Thursdays at 10 a.m., and all women are welcome to that. And then I am also involved in the financial team at our church, and I help pay the bills. I cut the checks. And I also am forgetting my third ministry at the moment. What else? Worship. Well, that would be not a, I don't know, is maintenance a ministry?
We'll count it.
Okay. Well, I do help run lyrics. When we do meet at the church building, I'll run lyrics for the musical side of worship every, I don't know, maybe twice a month or so. And then Chloe and I do work the maintenance side. We do janitorial cleanup at both the building of the church every week, and then we do the gray house every other week. And something about me that people may not know is that I'm a little spunkier than I think I put out there. I do have a little bit of a sassier side to myself. So if people
Nate,
really
can you
get to
attest
know
to
me,
that? Yeah, you might say rebellious.
Oh.
Okay.
She definitely doesn't project that.
I
Nice.
So, yeah. Anyways, that would be me.
Okay. All right. Well, Nate, do you want to take a moment and just kind of share with us what your role at Cornerstone is, and then Kristi, if you wanted to do that after him, and if there's any other details about your small group you want to share, anything like that, you could go ahead and do that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so my role at Cornerstone, I have a few, I guess, major roles. Probably the one that I feel weighs most heavily on me is being one of the elders at our church. Church leadership is important, and the team we have is tasked with a lot of decisions, casting a lot of direction, taking a lot of the feedback that we get from the congregation and putting that into action. How can we impact our community? I view it as a very big responsibility. It's something that requires a lot of prayer and thought, and I know I rely on Bryan, your leadership, and CJ, and of course the other elders, and I think we as a team try to make sure that the church is being responsible with the resources we have, not just money, but also the volunteers we have and the amount of things, the ways we can impact our community, and we have to kind of see what the needs are and balance that with what we can provide. That's something that I think is extremely important. I know a lot of people talk about being service-oriented, and for me, this is one of my primary ways of being that and doing that. And to go with that, the music is something that I've done since I was 12 years old. I remember when I first started leading worship, it was in a junior high group in Huntington Beach. I had a junior high group leader who could get his way through some songs with an acoustic guitar, and I jumped up there with an electric guitar at 12 years old to help him out. And it just kind of on and off over the years. I'd go through seasons of being in worship and not. And as time progressed, I matured in my faith and my knowledge on how worship contributes, or at least the music part of worship contributes to what a church does. And I'm happy to be able to bring that experience and the talent that God gave me to be able to serve our people at Cornerstone and in Ione. It's extremely fulfilling. Music is one of those things that reaches you in a way that written word and spoken word can't. I believe God gave us music to be able to bridge our emotions with our brains and kind of connect those things into something that that becomes bigger than just songs or words or concepts. I know for me personally, when I connect theology with music, something different happens, and it's something that's very natural and something that I believe God put in us.
Yeah. Right on. Well, Kristi, did you have anything you wanted to add? You kind of told us a little bit about those things, but is there anything else you want to add?
No, I mean, I think that Thursday mornings when we actually meet at the building, any woman at 10 a.m., any woman is welcome to my Bible study. We're pretty flexible with what we're doing. We're always in the Bible and we're always praying for each other. But I do give a lot of time for sharing. I think we just really enjoy fellowship in this group, and we really enjoy coming together and talking about our lives and praying for each other. So I really, if I have something set up in a plan, and I most often do, sometimes that plan gets a little thrown out the window, and we'll share more if we need that, if God is leading us down the path of needing to just, hey, this is, people are really needing a lot of stuff on people's hearts, and if that is the case, then I am very flexible to what the group is asking, or the way that the group is kind of the way God is leading the group. So I just kind of I do have always, always, always pointing us back to the Bible and prayer, of course, and focused on Jesus. But I also know that people really enjoy the fellowship side, and so I really allow for that. So if that's something that you're interested in, like I said, any woman out there, right now I don't have childcare available for that, but that doesn't mean you can't come and bring your kids with you. We do have places at the church that are fairly safe, and you can check on them, and I don't mind even if they're in the room with us. We're very flexible, and we just want you to come and enjoy other women and I have so many different walks of life that are within our group that someone is going to resonate with you. And if they don't, we'll love you anyway. It's pretty, like I said, we're very open and loving group, and we just want to get together and fellowship, and we're really having a tough time right now not meeting. So I get lots of texts, and I'm texting a lot too, and calling, and we did Zoom for a little bit, and so we're just really missing each other. And I think that's supposed to be that way. I think we're supposed to feel that angst, that little bit of loss of fellowship right now. I think that God is moving in different ways, and he's really showing us that fellowship is important, and we're supposed to mourn that when we don't have it and really celebrate it when we can get back to it. So I look forward to that.
Yeah, for sure. And
I think we all do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I've talked to different ladies that are part of your group, Kristi, they don't tell me obviously what you guys talk about. You guys definitely have some sort of pact going on there, but they do talk a lot about how important that group is to them. And I think it's for that reason you were talking about, where even if you have that lesson plan where you're going through a book of the Bible and you got the lesson plan set up, but somebody's life is kind of falling apart or there's a big struggle, you guys will engage that and talk through that and give advice and pray together. And I think that's really been transforming for some of the women in that group.
Yeah, it's exciting. They're faithful and loyal. I think I've been leading it for at least the last 4 years, and most of them have been the same women that just keep coming back. And so I'm very, very grateful.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, thanks for doing that. The last question we got for you is, in this quarantine time, we're just kind of at the end of the majority of the interviews we're doing, we're asking, what kind of advice do you have for those of us, quarantine and stuck? Like, do you have any, whether serious or not, do you have any advice for us?
I think Nate kind of hit on it when he talked about the bees, like get a hobby and get going on a good routine every day. I think we've had a pretty good routine, but he's really been able to, he gets to go to work every day, or at least 4-ish days of those 7 days. So he's still out there working. But on top of that, when we're home, we do our own routine, from schooling to working out to the kids and I have been playing cornhole, and I'd have to say I'm doing rather well. So
Nice.
I'm kind of proud of myself.
You're going to be an expert cornholer when this is all
I know,
over.
for sure. And again, that's my sassy attitude. I kind of smack talk when we're out there cornholing. So the kids are kind of a little bit annoyed with me. So I think that we're all ready to be done, but
Yeah.
but it's fun. We're having fun.
All right, on Nate, you got any good words for us?
Oh, yeah. Get up, brush your teeth, put on real clothes. Pajamas are for sleeping.
Yeah,
That's pretty much all I have to add.
That's good. You sound like you're coming from a place of anger when you're talking about
I'll just let it stand.
Okay, well, sounds good, guys. Thanks for joining us for this midweek update. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
You guys
Bryan.
have a great day.
All right, you too, bud. All right. Well, that was cool.
Yeah.
So next, CJ's going to talk about something he's kind of taken on that I think is super exciting.
Yeah, so a couple weeks ago, maybe a little bit longer, I was reading some statistics about how ministry is continuing through digital means, and something that I came across was that there are about 500,000 searches a month right now on YouTube for how to study the Bible. So there's been this huge surge in people wanting to know how to go about studying the Bible, how to become familiar with it. And so it kind of gave me a little bit of a burden to start putting something out there that would be a helpful tool, because honestly, when you go to YouTube and you type in how to study the Bible, a lot of the initial results are really disappointing. And so not that I can put out something that's better than everybody else's, but I wanted to put out.
I think you can.
Okay.
I've seen some of them. I think you can.
Some of them are pretty rough. So I wanted to put something out that was very introductory, something that anyone with any amount of knowledge could start watching and begin to start to use their Bibles and become familiar with them, and that it would be more of a tool on the digital side of ministry. So that's something that I have started working on the last couple of weeks. The first episode is almost done, and so that should be releasing here in probably a week or so.
Right on. Well, sounds good. So for us, that's it for the midweek update. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, thoughts, or opinions, you can direct message us, email us, or put them in the comments below. So have a good week, guys. We love you and care about you. See you next time.